I got exactly 10 minutes to talk to you, so go! It's 9:52 right now. Oh my god, 9:52 minutes. I actually put the timer on my phone because I do need to pick up staff from the subway station and I have no way of communicating to her that I am on my way, so I can't miss her. Long story, it's June 12th. It's a Thursday. It's gray. It's rainy, it is windy, and the poor thing has dropped a heavy bench on her toe and has a hard time walking. So I will take pity on her and go fetch my daughter from a few streets away. It's not that big of a deal. And I am drinking out of my Mickey mug. I know it's not Monday, but you know, like I said earlier or in previous videos, I like to break the rules. Just regular orange pekoe Tetley tea. Okay. How are we doing? 9:04. I am tripping over my words. Okay, I've got 8 minutes left. A few things. I wanted to touch base on that whole masking tape to seal the seam in the middle of your journals issue. I have spoken to a lot of people since that comment. And the consensus is this: if you are going to add a lot of media over this, meaning gel or paint or whatever, this thing is not going anywhere. That tape will not move. It might be a different story if you're just watercoloring next to it and the tape is not covered up with anything acrylic based, but I think most of us are journalers and mixed media people. We like to load it up. So there's a lot of gunk over our tape and I don't think it's going to be a big issue. But if you are afraid of it, and also for instance, if you're using like I say, you know, dilutions or watercolors or whatever, something that's water soluble and you're not going to add any media over that, any acrylic, I should say, over this, then maybe you should take a piece of paper and add some gel medium to it to cover the seam properly. The next thing I want to talk about is the waxing our journal pages. I have been using just a regular white candle, rubbing over the pages with it and then buffing it with a soft cloth. But the thing with this is that it's not very pliable. So if you have a lot of dimension on your pages, it's not going to get into the cracks, the nooks and crannies. So I bought this product at the store. It's called Dorland's Wax Medium, and essentially you would just brush this medium over your page and then let it cure for a little bit, like a couple of days. That's what the website says. Let this cure for a couple of days and then you can buff with a soft cloth to make it nice. Next, I want to show you week 1 of the 48 weeks of Donna Downey's class that I have completed. And I'm going to show you with the camera overhead right now. Okay, so here I finally rigged my camera to show the whole book. So this is lesson 1 of the 48 weeks by Donna Downey. This one taught me a lot. It taught me that you need the right products, that you need to let your mediums or your media dry thoroughly before you proceed to the next step. But it also taught me that I can build on what Donna is teaching, meaning these flowers here, these bougainvillea, I think. I love these flowers that grow in bunches and kind of hang down. And this is what I try to reproduce. Now there's a lot of texture, and I'm going to move the camera closer in a while, but there's a lot of texture. There's a lot, it's a very dark page. It's not supposed to be a dark page. I've seen the pictures from Donna's, and her doorway here on the right is a lot lighter for some strange reason, and probably because I was not using the right medium, which is joint compound. I was using something that's called spackling. Spackling is a little bit rougher. I want to say a little bit more clay-like than the joint compound, and that's why my door ended up being so dark. Now, all this to say that I am in love with my pages. I love how it turned out. And it was an experience. It was an experience, like I said, of discoveries, which is good. That's how you learn, right? Just to give you a little bit of what's under there, there is muslin, a fabric. There is the joint compound, but on my page it's spackling. Then I played with an image transfer. Now, here's another example of the wrong product. I was supposed to use gel medium to transfer this, and I did not have, for some strange reason, I did not have just a regular gel medium. And I had something back in my scrapbooking days when mixed media had just started, and I remember Celine Navarro coming to Montreal to teach at the store. I think it was in 2005 or 6 or something like that, and she was showing about image transfer. At the time it was kind of like new to us, and I had bought this medium called Transfer It's by Judykins, and I think it was old. My jar was too old, so when I transferred the image, the ink started gushing out green and somehow whatever got transferred never became permanent, which is what gel medium would do. Once it transfers the ink, it kind of seals the ink. My medium did not do that, so whatever I would add to it would kind of fuzz up the dark colors. But still, I went ahead and worked with it. There's gel medium over the joint compound. Then there's the Adirondack inks, ink refillers, the bottles, and this is what you see here, all the green and the brown. This is pesto, and I added a touch of espresso because my door was just too dark and nothing was popping. And then when I was looking at, and of course there's a lot of dripping and stuff like that, but I was looking at the page and it didn't turn out the way, not that it didn't turn out the way it was supposed to, but I knew there was something missing. I needed a pop of color. Now the heart red, that's another of Donna's ideas, so I copied that, and while I was doing this, I thought, I like that red there. So why don't I add those flowers? And I made it look as if they're coming out of the cracks from the cement of this old doorway. And I sort of interpreted as if she's kind of like in a dark place, in a dark prison, or even in a dark mood. And I went ahead and typed a quote. Ooh, see, my plaster's coming off here. I typed a quote from with my computer, and this is totally from my head. Let me just zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about here. All right, so the quote says, "From the shadows of her dark despair, she yearned for beauty and joy." And then in the doorway here on the steps, I've added one after the other. "Because she wished it so, out of the deep crevices emerged the promise of brighter days," which are represented by the flowers. I hope that makes sense. It does to me in my head, and that's the important thing. I create for myself, as I have explained before, and this is a, to me, this is a total success. I absolutely love how she turned out. There's glitter on this because I have been playing with glitter for another tutorial last week, and it's very volatile. So it's found its way everywhere. But I will seal this with this new wax that I got. Oh, that page, I don't know, you know, sometimes it's okay to be proud of what you're doing. I should say all the time, but I just love this page. And her arms are not anatomically correct. I goofed around here. I know she's supposed to have large sleeves and her arms are supposed to be close to her body, but somehow she looked like a skeleton, but that's okay. She'll be better as soon as she sees the flowers. I tried to balance the placement of the flowers. And that doorway. Oh, I love, this is a stencil by Stencil Girl. Love that stencil, which my good friend Giselle was gracious enough to lend me. I'm proud of myself for not getting discouraged when the image transfer did not work. I'm proud of myself for not getting discouraged when the plaster was not exactly the correct product to use, because I worked around it, I finessed it, and I've also discovered that I love detail work. I like it when a page is quick and easy and when everything is organic and flows. But I also like to add, when I was dotting those little flowers, I was so peaceful while I was doing this. I was listening to my favorite music and I was just like painting dots, and it was just, I was in the zone and I forgot everything, and it was the most enjoyable process ever. I love, love, love the whole feel of the page, and for me it was very important to voice that with text, and that is why I added that quote that I typed on my computer and printed it out. And I love also how the text was able to seep into the background and some of the color kind of washed over it, and that was just perfect. The other thing I want to mention is that I have met one of you for reals. This is so much fun. Danielle Champagne. Allô Danielle, j'espère que ça va bien aujourd'hui. We could have chatted all day long. I kid you not. It was like kindred sister or kindred spirits, is that what you say? Or long lost sister. I don't have a sister, so it was fun to just chat, and it felt like we knew each other for a long, long time when in fact we had just met. So it was quite cool. I also want to share with you this little piece of paper. Look at this. This is so cute. You gotta see this. I'm not gonna let you read it, of course, but this was a note that was given to me when I walked into the store yesterday. It is from Mariam, and she used to live in Montreal. She is in Toronto now, and she just happened to pass by the store to shop, and she left me a note. So cute. So Mariam, hi, and I have also sent you an email thanking you for that note. So this will go with my postcards. Speaking of postcards, I have started receiving them, as you know, but when you send the postcards, identify yourself. If you are a YouTube subscriber, just write your YouTube handle so that I know who you are, because most of you who are sending me postcards, I've already commented, and it's nice to put the name to the YouTube to the comment. It's fun. How are we doing? 25 seconds left. So I will end this here tomorrow or sometime this weekend. I have a busy weekend, but for sure, my next project, without a doubt, is how to seal dilutions. I've created different backgrounds. I've already started spraying some watercolor paper, and I will be testing different products, and now it is time to go. So thank you so much for watching as usual. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will see you later. Bye!